I was aware of it and I knew about it, and then through a weird set of circumstances, I meet this young lady over here, Kimberly, who was living here and I was living there, and I worked out a plan to come move to San Diego so I could be where she is. And then we got married a few years later, and she does a lot to help me out actually with the team training events. And then when I came out here, I happened to be visiting over a weekend of Rock and Roll Marathon 2000, or yes, is that right? 2000. So I saw the finish line and I saw what was happening, and immediately, like the next day, I signed up for the Rock and Roll Marathon. And then when I was about to move here, I thought, well, I knew one person, that person in San Diego, and I knew my friends had done team and training, and I thought, well, I should give this a try. At the time, I didn't really have a direct connection to the cause. I hadn't met people personally who were affected by blood cancers, and then I was a participant, and then a mentor, and then a coach a few years after that, and suddenly I knew a lot of people who had had blood cancers. But the opportunity, I just thought I would meet some pretty good people who thought of things larger than themselves and were selfless in that way and did things that were bigger than they were. And boy, was I right about that. I met so many people who were just the best people I'd ever met in my entire life, and I still do every single season. And that's how I initially got involved in it, and that was 15 years ago.
15 years, so, yeah. So you talk about meeting people that maybe changed your life. I can tell you firsthand in talking to people around here that you've changed a lot of their lives for the better. And they are going to say thank you later. They're probably going to take a picture with that great award. But tell us a little bit about like what being a team and training coach means to you.
Actually, my wife and I were talking about this on the way here tonight. And you know, she is, I tell you what, the people who are friends and families of those of us who do team and training are some of the most just understanding and patient people, including my wife, but so many people who obviously are loved ones and friends of yours. We could not possibly do this. We didn't have their support. But I was talking about what it means to be on a course or to be going through a season, and you get to know people who weren't sure they could do this when they started, and then 4 months later you see them go out there and they have the tremendous confidence. They know that because they've worked hard and because they've done something that's larger than themselves, that they're going to have a successful day, and then they go out and they just crush it. And when that happens, it's just magic.
It's awesome.
It's absolutely fantastic, and it brings me to tears literally every single year when I see great athletes come down towards that finish area and doing their thing, and they're doing it for such a great cause.
Agreed. So one thing that some of you may not know, but our coaches in their zone plans and pre-zone plans could put some miles on the shoes on race day. So Kerry, what's the most miles you think you've run in one day on an event?
Well, now that we have these fancy devices that tell us how far we've gone, 30 or 35 on a marathon day.
There you go.
I mean, most of the coaches would say the same thing. It's the same mile and a half. And we just do it 30 times.
And then we don't give you a medal. I'm sorry.
Maybe
I ran these 36 miles and I didn't even get this medal.
We understand what
from Coach Ben.
We understand what it's like the people who crossing that purple shirt because they've earned it.
Agreed.
They deserve it.
You've earned it too, and you've earned this. So, second annual John the Penguin Bingham Award presented to Kerry Garnett for his unwavering dedication to the LLS mission and his commitment to each and every one of his TNT teammates. Go team. Let's go.